Hello, YouTube. Well, the bad news is that both my GTX 960 and 1070 on each of their respective, my gaming PC for the 960 and my dedicated mining rig for my 1070, both are now losing money. They lose money both with WinMiner, not actually an insignificant amount of money either. If you factor that out in terms of 50 cents a day and over a month, that's like, 15 bucks? Not a huge amount of money, but also not nothing either. It's also not profitable for NiceHash anymore. So here you can see the two things. So it's not so bad for the GTX 1070, but it's not really very good for the 960. That's losing more. Not as much as WinMiner, but still losing. So I looked at this situation and said, really the issue is I got two different machines, each running a single GPU card. So I got the whole overhead of my gaming machine for the 960 that reduces the profitability, and I got the whole overhead of my dedicated rig for the 1070, which reduces profitability. So what I did is I temporarily shut down the dedicated rig for the 1070 and moved the card over to my gaming rig. So that's what we see in this column here. I've got both the GTX 960 and the GTX 1070 running in the same rig, so it takes some of the overhead for the basic machine to spread it over two GPU cards instead of just one. So this shows the updated electric costs, a little bit less than earlier in the month, last month basically. My new wattage for the two cards and the whole machine when I'm just running mining, 418 watts. Running 24 hours a day, that's basically 10 kilowatts per day, which costs, based on the rig cost, of $1.32 for the combined two cards on the one rig. We get and when we run the numbers through the apps, we get $1.17 for NiceHash and 70 cents for WinMiner. WinMiner is running Zen, which it pretty much does all the time. NiceHash fluctuates a little bit between EcoHash and Lyra 2 Rev 2 and Dagger Hashimoto Decred. So it goes up and down a little bit here. I actually thought $1.58 for briefly, but then it pretty much settles into this number. So as you can see, even it is better when I'm running NiceHash. I'm not losing as much money as when I had two separate rigs. So what's that? 45 cents a day, two separate rigs, down to 15 cents a day when I got just the one rig with both cards. Still is losing money though, not a huge amount, but so we'll see. I'll continue to run it with NiceHash. I'm really not going to run it when I'm just mining with WinMiner anymore. Just that's more than I want to lose on a monthly basis. Daily basis, that's not terrible. But during the day, I still run WinMiner because it doesn't suck up all the graphics processing power, even with both cards into one machine. So I still get other things done during the day. But when I'm not doing other things, definitely want to do that, and I'll do NiceHash. Once in a while, it'll pop into profitability, and then after a little bit, move back down. So I am still mining on NiceHash with both of the GPUs in one machine. We'll see how much worse it gets. I'm not real optimistic, actually. I think it could get worse. 15 cents a day is not terrible to lose that in order to mine the cryptocurrency. But if it gets up to, like it is with WinMiner, where it's, more than 62 cents a day, which would be more than $15 a month, or if it gets up to like losing $20 a month in electric, I don't know, I might shut it down then. But we're not there yet. So I'm at 15 cents a day currently with some bumps that's marginally profitable. We'll have it running for that for a while. I'll probably do another update in another month when I get my next monthly electric bill. I'm curious to see how much the kilowatt costs change. Didn't change much from the last 2 months, even though the load went down Oh, well, you'd have to look on the prior videos. My electric costs for the month went from $144 in the prior month to $124. Probably has something to do with, for some reason, electric costs are higher in winter. It's not winter anymore. Don't know about that. But the cost per kilowatts improved a little bit, marginally. So I hope you found this interesting. And if you're mining with NiceHash, my expectation is if you've got more cards in the machine, then you're going to do better because you get to spread the cost of the electric cost of the base machine out over more cards. So that helps. So I only got 2 cards in now. I could put a third one in. A little concerned that I won't get quite the air circulation I need to keep them cool. They run about 61 to 62 Celsius for both cards, which is that's okay. I mean, that's not bad. Would like if it was in the lower, middle to lower, or even upper 50s, but at low 60s, that's still certainly in the normal range. And if I stick the third card in the middle between the other 2 cards, here I'll show you what I got here. So I got the 2 cards here, the WinForce 1 on the top and my Republica Gamers on the bottom. That's the 960 on the top and the 1070 on the bottom. You can see there's a nice space in the middle. It provides lots of airflow. If I stick a third card in there, I'm concerned that it might run the cards up into the 70 plus range Celsius, which I don't really want to do. So, but I don't have another card yet. GPU prices are still terrible. I mean, they're not as bad as they were, but they're still pretty bad. So I'm still waiting for prices to come down. And you would think with the poor performance on the mining profitability that should start happening pretty soon. So I hope that helps.